Yeah, warm greetings to every one of us there. It is very much expedient that I come to do this video so as to keep us abreast with the current market condition. It's been quite a while, I talked about the micro or the macro outlook for the cryptocurrency market. As a matter of fact, as we know, the cryptocurrency market is already intertwined with the movement of the traditional markets. Whenever we see the traditional market moving up, the crypto market move up, and whenever we see the traditional market coming down, the crypto market also come down. Apart from the fact that Bitcoin, gold, and silver have actually decoupled themselves, they have inversely correlated movement compared to the crypto market and the traditional stock market. Now, I want to thank those of us that have subscribed to this YouTube channel. And for those that have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because we give you very important educational information as it has to do with the crypto market, the blockchain related information, innovative information, and opportunities that comes out of this emerging market. Today, I want to discuss about what possibilities, what are the probable move for Bitcoin in the next couple of weeks and in the long term and even in the short term. All right, now let's look at the chart. Let's look at what the chart is telling us so that we can look at the possibilities of what type of trade we are to place, either as a campaign trade or as a day trader.
All
Let's look
right.
at the charts.
Before us here is the chart of Bitcoin on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, this is a chart of Bitcoin, and we also use the daily time frame to look at the possibilities for the long term. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, got to this price. Yeah, Bitcoin got to this price. Bitcoin got to the value of 111,700. Yeah, 111,700, about 12,000. And since then, we see that Bitcoin have been retracing. Now, let's look at some very clear facts on the chart. Now, what we are seeing is we are seeing a retracement, and this is the Fibonacci retracement here plotted. I plotted the Fibonacci retracement from the price of 93,000, where we have significant sideways movement there. Now, if you look at this chart critically, Bitcoin came down and break below the 0.2 Fibonacci, which was around the price of 105,700. And not only breaking there, after breaking there, that price of 105,000 became a resistance. You can see it very clearly here as resistance. And eventually Bitcoin could not break above that 105,000, and we saw Bitcoin coming down, breaking below 102,000, even breaking below 102,000 and coming to the price of 100,000. And the 102,000 is 0.5 Fibonacci. That is the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is considered as the normal retracement. But coming to 0.6 is a deep retracement. And Bitcoin has gotten this deep retracement. And with what we see here now is that the 0.6, which is 100,300, has given Bitcoin a formidable support where Bitcoin is bouncing off from. Now, let me tell us something. If we see Bitcoin break above the 0.6 here on daily time frame, that's going to be a very serious downtrend that we're going to be seeing, because it will bring Bitcoin to the price of 93,000. That is what it is. But so far we are seeing a bounce on the daily time frame, and we are expecting that this bounce will continue to this territory where we are seeing a lot of red. All of this red that we are seeing here shows that there are some pressure, sell pressure around this area of 108,000 to 112,000. There is sell pressure between 108,000 and 112,000. So if Bitcoin eventually break above 105,000, this 108,000 and 112,000 is going to be where we're going to keep eyes on how Bitcoin is going to bullishly break out of this sell pressure and continue to the upside from there. Now, one thing that has given us confidence, is that if we look at let's take a look at the RSI. Yeah, let's take a look at the RSI. All right, if you look at the RSI right now, you notice that the RSI is bouncing off. You notice that the RSI is bouncing off from around this 50 line. This line you are seeing here is an horizontal line which I drew, and Bitcoin has so far been bullish since Bitcoin break above this horizontal resistance, which has stopped Bitcoin from moving up. When Bitcoin break above this horizontal yellow resistance, since then Bitcoin has moved up to where it is. And now we saw the retracement down here. We are seeing that Bitcoin has not break above below the 50 RSI. For the fact that Bitcoin has not break below the 50 RSI, and then we are seeing a reversal right now on the daily time frame. Take note, on the daily time frame, that signifies that there is what momentum. Yeah, the RSI is a momentum indicator, and this is showing us that there is a momentum reversing back to the upside. So if this RSI continue to move up, if the RSI continue to move up, we are going to see Bitcoin also. We're going to see Bitcoin also here moving up also. Bitcoin is going to move. We're going to see Bitcoin also moving from these prices where it is right now, to this 108, breaking above 105 and moving to 108 and the 112 price mark. So those are the areas that we are going to be keeping eyes on. First, we are looking at 105,000. If this here today, if this candle here that we are seeing here today, this green candle that we are seeing here today, this bullish green candle we are seeing here today, close in this form, that would be very, very good, because the next candle is going to open above 102,000. The next candle is going to open above 102,000, and if it open above 102,000, that means we are going to just keep eyes on Bitcoin touching 105,000 once again, which is a resistance. Remember, it has been a resistance long here before Bitcoin break. It has been a resistance long here before Bitcoin break above it, and then we retrace below it again, and now it became a resistance here again. So we are expecting that to be some form of little resistance once again before Bitcoin will break above it, and then move to these prices of 11,000 once again. But remember once again that between 108,000, between this 108,000 and 112,000, we have an overhead resistance here. But for the fact that the RSI is telling us that there is momentum, we are sure that this will be broken. This surely will be broken. This resistance will be broken, and Bitcoin will move to new, all-time highs once again. So that is what we are keeping eyes on. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not. Like our videos, turn on the notification bell so that you can get our videos real time as we upload them. Now, as I go, I've told us that we are keeping eyes on two things. One of the first thing we are keeping eyes on is 105,000 as the nearest resistance, and then the support that we have right now, the closest support that we have right now is 100,000, which is Fibonacci 0.6. If we break below 0.6 Fibonacci, then we are going to be seeing 93,000 as next price for Bitcoin. But right now we are seeing a bounce, and the RSI is showing us that there is momentum. So we are keeping eyes. We are seeing a bounce, and the RSI is showing us there is a momentum. So we are keeping eyes on 105,000. A break above 105,000 will now make us to keep eyes on the prices of 108,000. Remember, between 108,000 and 112,000, we have this overhead resistance, which momentum is showing us that there are possibilities we are going to break above it. All right, thank you. Bye for now. Remember, my humble self, Henry. See you in my next update.